What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Black Ops 6 video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best ways to raise your KD, win more gunfights, and just die way less in this game, because we all know that this game's a little weird. If somebody shoots at you, you might not even see it on your screen until you're absolutely dead and you have no time to react. So we're going to talk about a lot of things to actually go ahead and change that, and what you could do, what positions you could take to give yourself a better chance at coming out on top of every single gunfight. Now, what I want to get into is going to be a bunch of tips, a few settings, and just everything that you guys need to know to keep in mind of how different this game is compared to previous CODs. Now, if you guys could drop a like on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. We don't really set like goals anymore, but if we could set one of 1,500, I would truly appreciate that. You guys could smash it, so go ahead and do it. Sub to the channel if those notifications turned on, and let me know what is your elimination death ratio down in the comments below. Mine is pretty low. It's at like a 1.7 right now, 1.71. I got to get it up. I got to get it a lot higher. I'm just playing with a whole bunch of different guns and stuff, but I will have it higher. I will have it above a 2, but let me know what yours is down in the comments, and let's get into this video. So the first three things that I want to talk about are actually tips in the settings. One of them is going to actually be the fact that you could change your crosshair colors. So if you go to your settings and you go all the way to interface, you could actually change your crosshair colors, which is pretty nice. So I would go to interface, go to gameplay HUD, and then go down to where crosshair is, and you guys could change it. What I recommend is to put your center dots to the largest and change the color to either purple or yellow. A lot of people are saying yellow is really nice and stuff. Purple is really nice as well, because not many maps have purple on it, so your crosshairs will never get lost, will never blend into the background. And yellow is pretty good because it just stands out. Your eyes will see it so easily. It stands out nicely, and you'll just be able to see the enemies. And with your crosshairs being a different color, it'll be so much easier to actually aim at enemies and stuff like that. You're going to notice it's going to be a lot nicer. Another thing you want to do is lower your ADS sensitivity. The reason you want to do this is because it's kind of high right now. Aim assist isn't working that well, so definitely go ahead and lower your ADS sensitivity, and this way you'll be able to control it a lot nicer. It'll be easier to kill enemies and stuff, and just, yeah, really honestly do that. And then after that, what you want to do is change your aim response curve type to dynamic. You don't want to leave it on standard or linear. They're both broken right now. They don't work that great. Dynamic is going to be nice. So if you have problems with your accuracy, if you see that you're aiming down sights and it's not sticking to the enemy and stuff, and you can't seem to get the kills and whatnot, change it to dynamic, and you're going to notice a huge difference. It's going to help out a lot. So that's going to be it for the actual settings. Now let's get into the actual gameplay tips, map tips, and all that kind of stuff. The one that I want to talk about the most, and that I think is the most important, is head glitching, guys. You got to utilize head glitches. Right? Head glitches in this game are absolutely crazy. They're broken. They work in favor of whoever's head glitching. Like really, you can't stop them. All right. One, it's super hard to hit somebody in a head glitch. Two, the aim assist is a lot weaker in this game, so if you're aiming at somebody's head and you can't shoot their body, it's going to be kind of hard to hit that. And three, there is no headshot multiplier whatsoever. So if you give yourself that advantage, you get behind a head glitch, the enemies are going to have a lot of trouble actually dropping you. So make sure you guys are utilizing those head glitches. They're on the map for a reason. You got to use them. Number two here, besides, well, at least number two in map tips or gameplay tips, is to use control freaks. I mean, they're fairly cheap, guys. They make your accuracy a lot better. I've been using them for a long time, even before I got sponsored by them. And if you're an SMG player, I recommend, if you love running and gunning, to use CQC sticks. And if you like ARs and stuff, I even use long sticks with SMGs and stuff, but you can use it. And use code iDoNick12 to save yourself 12% already on such cheap products. So might as well do it. They're good. They help with your accuracy. I'm not even joking. Number three here, guys. Actually, we're not even going to number them. We're just going to move on. Going to the next one, I'm going to say stay away from the middle of the map. These maps are not the best COD maps ever, let's be honest. They're not. And there's windows everywhere, there's doors everywhere. There's just literally any place you stand, there's an enemy that could see you from 5 different directions. So make sure you stay away from the middle. So many people rush the middle thinking it's where all the action is, it's where they're going to get all the kills and stuff. And there I am waiting for them to get to the middle, standing on the sides of the maps, dropping them over and over again. So make sure that you actually use the sides of the maps. What is that? Maps. Stick to the outer lanes, and there's going to be less chances that you will actually die. An enemy could come in front of you, but chances of them coming behind you is pretty slim. Beside you, well, you'll see them coming and stuff. So make sure to do that. And like I said, man, if it's a small map, use ARs and SMGs. If it's a large map, use ARs, snipers, and LMGs. And the snipers in this game aren't too bad, let's be honest. They're actually not the worst. And the LMGs, for once, are actually really, useful. They actually work out really nice. You can use those as well. Now, another thing I'm going to say is to always watch your minimap. Even if there's no UAV up, which a lot of times a lot of your teammates will be running UAVs, you will have a UAV up. But even if there is no UAV up, you'll see where your teammates are. If you have a lot of teammates in one area and you notice that on the kill feed there's not a lot of kills happening, well, chances are there's no real enemies around your teammates. So they might be around you. They might be ahead of you somewhere. If you see your team keeps spawning behind you, you know the enemies are not behind you. Then again, the spawns in this game are a little broken, so they might be, but for the most part, they shouldn't be. Another one is to let the enemies come to you. Don't be a headless chicken rushing around everywhere. Don't run around like a headless chicken. It's not worth it. Now, you might call me a camper for the gameplay that you're watching in the background. Honestly, I don't care. The enemies kept coming to me. I had the advantage. I had all the cover, and they had to run out in the open to get to me. So if I'm going to use that to my advantage. If they couldn't figure out to run to the side of the map and get me from the side, or flank all the way around and get me from the back, that's on them. If they keep coming the same way, and you know that, let them keep coming to you the same way. Now, this also works against you. If you die to someone, don't seek revenge. Do not seek revenge, all right? If he's head glitching, if he's holding an area or something like that, he knows more people are coming. He's waiting for more people to come. Now, if he kills you once and you try to seek revenge and he drops you again, you're just going to have rage. You're going to be angry. It's not going to work out in your favor. You're only going to be thinking of dropping him. On your way to him, you might die to other enemies because you have tunnel vision. You're only focusing on getting to him. And once you get to him, he might have moved slightly. He might have moved 10 meters to the left or something behind another head glitch. You don't know that. You're going to run in there trying to get him as fast as you can. He's going to drop you again. Do not seek revenge. Not worth it, in my opinion. Always move on, and you'll eventually get them at another part of the game. Going to another one, if you're shooting at long range, and you're missing a bunch of shots and you're getting shot at, disengage and run away. It's not worth it. Even once you have your health back and stuff, do not re-engage the gunfight. It's just not worth it. Now, don't re-challenge anything. If it's at long range, move around, keep playing the game, get across the map and stuff. Again, you'll eventually kill this dude. It doesn't matter. That one kill does not matter. But if you die, and let's say you're on a streak, well, one, you're going to lose your streak. Two, you might spawn in a horrible spawn and die again, and it's just not worth it. Like, me at long range, at least, if I'm losing a gunfight, I just disengage, and I don't care. And I know the enemy's probably not going to push me from super long range, so don't worry about that. Another one, and I have a problem with this one, guys, is I have a reloading addiction. You might as well, and that is the fact that you reload your gun after every single kill. This is probably getting you killed a lot more than it's helping you out, and it's not worth it. You got to stop doing that. I got to stop doing that. Let's be honest. I reload my gun after every single kill, and it's not worth it. Now, if you're using like 30 mags and you're out after one kill, obviously you're going to have to reload. But if you're using like 40, 50 rounds and you still have 30 rounds in your mag after a single kill, don't reload. Don't do it. There's going to be more enemies coming. If you killed one dude, there's probably more of his teammates in that same area. So don't do it, man. It's not worth it. And moving down to the last one I want to talk about is to not sprint everywhere. Now, I said before, don't be a headless chicken, but this one's kind of the same. It kind of works on that, but it also has to do with a lot of different things as well. One, when you're sprinting around everywhere, even if you're not sprinting like a headless chicken, you're sprinting with a cause. You have a purpose. You know what you're doing. Your ADS is going to be slow. Your sprint to fire is going to be slow. Everything's going to be slowed. And if there's an enemy camping in a certain area and he's watching where you're coming from and you're sprinting, he's on head glitch, he's going to drop you really, really fast before you can even have time to react. And another thing that you shouldn't be doing is sprinting around corners. That is not worth it, in my opinion. What I like to do is I like to jump around corners and pre-aim certain areas where I think enemies will actually be. And that seems to work out a lot better. If you're sprinting around a corner, the enemy, the way the netcode and everything is in this game, it's really bad. The enemy's going to see you a few milliseconds before you could actually see him. So it's not worth it, in my opinion. You might think you see him really fast. He might shoot at you. You might shoot at him. You might feel like you had the first shot on the dude, and then you die instantly. Well, that's because the netcode, all that kind of stuff is garbage, and he shot you before you shot him, and just you didn't see that on your screen, but it is what it is. They got to fix a few things, but overall, I have to say the launch of this game was pretty good. It was pretty solid. Like, there's a few issues, yeah, but for a COD launch, I'm surprised. It's a solid one. If you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, if we could hit 1,500 likes, I would truly appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on, and let me know your elimination death ratio down in the comments below. Like I said, mine's on 1.71. I'm going to get it up. Don't you worry, guys. Thank you for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.